THS Media is back with another sports podcast, and today we're going to be talking about the wild NFL offseason because, it's just one topic we all have a lot of knowledge on, and there's just been a lot going on.
Big offseason trade moves.
Oh, from every division, but
mainly the AFC West.
Yeah, obviously, as y'all know, we're big Chiefs fans, but
except for John Dye.
Sheesh. I don't know. John Dye is happy his boy Malcolm Butler is back on the Patriots. Marshawn Lynch should have just ran the ball.
Yeah, but he didn't. So.
That's some garbage.
Okay, let's talk about the AFC. Let's start with the Broncos. The one good pickup they had was Russell Wilson. Is that their only move so far? I haven't kept up with the Broncos really.
They got Russell Wilson, but they're not like my boy Jerry Jeudy out there. But Cortland Sutton is not valid. It's just the facts.
But I guess I read something the other day that said, Russell Wilson did some what's the word for it? Russell Wilson did.
He had a practice or something.
He had a workout with.
Not that it was. Crap. What was it?
What are you trying to say?
Oh, he did research on the receivers that going into Denver as he was going to Denver. He did some research on the receivers.
They're young and they're talented. Tim Patrick is literally just a jump ball receiver that he's on third and fourth corners. And he's just mossing them because it's Mike Hughes where he's 5'10", and Tim Patrick's 6'5", and he just grabs the ball.
But the thing is,
he's not good.
Can the Broncos O-line hold up for Russell Wilson in time?
Yeah, exactly. They have so many holes. They addressed one. They're still gonna probably lose the division.
Don't get me wrong. I guess they are a contender with Wilson, but they don't get O-line upgraded to at least O-line.
Russell Wilson for the past 2 years is good for the first 3 games, then he sucks. The rest of the year.
Yeah, that's true. He's good for 2 or 3 games and then gets injured and then misses 3 or 4 games and then comes back and then just isn't the same.
People are acting like he's their quarterback messiah that they've been waiting for since Peyton Manning, and it's just not. It's not true.
I saw a picture the other day that said let Russ cook, and it was a bologna sandwich. It said if you let Russ cook the last 7 weeks of the season, and it was bologna sandwich.
Yeah, it's literally he will not fix all their issues. Their defense is good, but the Chiefs were still putting up 30 on them.
Well, and the Chargers are gonna.
The Chargers are. Herbert's only getting better. And
the roster's only getting better.
But roster's better on paper.
Which they had
paper.
That's what I said. Me and Trey were talking about that.
Because you have Brandon Staley. And one thing I have
this is a big year for Brandon Staley.
It is, because if he can lead the Chargers, he could get a big signing as a coach, an extended contract, or get fired.
It's one or the other.
Because in my opinion, when he played the Chiefs, the big mistake is going for so many 4th downs. He only got what was it let's give an estimate 1 for 5, right?
Yeah. At some point, you just have to take the point.
If you don't get the 2 first downs or even 1 after the 4th down, just take the field goal.
But yeah, moving on to the Chargers, their big pickup, it was obviously they traded for Khalil Mack and they signed J.C. Jackson, which personally I feel the Khalil Mack one, it reminds me a lot of the Nets because everyone's Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack one on each side, but in reality, the Chiefs have the best. Everyone in this division is chasing the Chiefs, and they all made these short-term moves that will help them in the next few years. But the Chiefs are all young. Their offensive line was 2 rookies last year. Tooney's only 28, and Orlando Brown is 24.
I count Orlando. Oh no, Orlando Brown's not a rookie. It was Lucas Niang that sat out. My fault.
Because he had the COVID year, but
Humphrey's a rookie.
So technically 3 rookies because Lucas Niang didn't play. And he got drafted last year or 2 years ago.
Assuming they all lock into long-term deals, these 2 guys that they might have, Khalil Mack's going to be done in within the next 3 years.
And a stat I saw on Khalil Mack is he played 7 games, 6 sacks, 9 QB hits, 19 tackles for loss, and then 6 and 5 is something else really good stats. I guess it's good for 7 games, but he just gets injured. He got injured last year. I think it's the only year he got injured, right? Because I'm not for sure. But all I know is when he got injured, he just kind of fell off.
He's a stud, but based on the Chiefs' offense, unless they have J.C. Jackson following Kelsey, I don't think he would be in that much of a role because of all the mesh concepts. The Chiefs run all their plays through the middle of the field, so one lockdown CB1 isn't gonna fix their issues, and even their secondary's already been good with Derwin James. They made it better, but like the linebackers have been the issue. I mean, Drew Tranquil or whatever, he's like really fast, but like still like the Chiefs are literally just improving even more. So now they gotta cover not Hill because Hill got traded.
But see, here's the thing with the Hill trade. People say it's a bad thing, but here's the thing: Tyreek Hill's 28, right?
Yeah.
He's 28. He just signed a $4 million deal. The only reason he signed that deal is because Devontae Adams got his deal, and that's the only reason why they went there. But if you think about it, we open up so much cap space. We've got 3 to 5 players already with Tyreek Hill being gone.
Yeah, Juju is who I was going to talk about. Juju only runs over the middle. He's a big slot receiver, like, and then Valdez-Scantling on the edge, like outside.
He runs a 4.47.
And then on top of that, we're still looking to trade for another receiver.
Mm-hmm. They're trying to look at DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf probably doesn't want it, but they're looking at him. So that'd be another big target.
I don't know. These teams just all made short-term deals, like.
And the Chiefs are like playing the long run. These teams right now are trying just to go for Super Bowl like right now.
I feel like the Chargers are semi-built for. They're going to be built for the next 3 years. I think the Chiefs will be fine for the next 5 to 10. The Raiders are the team. The Raiders and the Broncos are the team I see being the most built to win now. Like, they made a lot of short-term deals that they think are going to help them, and I don't think it's really going to matter. Like Devontae Adams to Oakland. Yeah, he's good. Las Vegas, yeah. I don't think it's going to matter that much. They're still going to lose that division, I think. And then I think the Broncos will be third in that division. So I don't really think either of those trades are going to have an immediate impact like they're thinking. But
because with the addition of Devontae Adams, yes, it was Carr and him went to was it Stanford, right?
Yeah.
I know they went to the same college. Yeah, it was Stanford. Even though Carr and Devontae Adams.
it was Fresno State.
Fresno State, that's right. Justin Reed went to Stanford. Picked up by the Chiefs, by the way. But even though those two, like, what's it called? They went to college together. Yes, they might have a connection, but, like, all teams are going to probably double Devontae. And all they have to really worry about is – because Henry Ruggs is arrested. He's in jail, right? I think so, something like that. You know what happened with Henry Ruggs.
They have no future.
Exactly.
They've literally not had all of their first-round picks for, like, the past, 4 years have been, like, traded or, like, done something stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they could have had Amari Cooper, but they traded him for literally, like, nothing.
they literally have Devontae Adams and Hunter Renfrow. There's not a lot you can do with that.
They also have Darren Waller.
Yeah,
but Darren Waller, like, last year was just so, like, he's really good, but, like, just was underutilized.
I mean, Renfrow, like, he'll be good, but
yeah, Renfro's good. Don't get me wrong, but like,
but half the time it takes.
That's not a team built to win the Super Bowl.
He's like a fourth option because like everyone goes back to that play against Charvarius Ward. He does like 5 moves. He's like spinning, like he does like a quintuple release, and people are like, "Oh my God, he's sticky." Like, no.
And if you think about it, they also signed Chandler Jones. He is 32, so he'll probably be done within the next depending on how his body is, because I didn't really watch much of the Cardinals, but once he goes against, because half the Chiefs receivers are fast. They're still fast. Obviously, the Dolphins and now have had the fastest receiving and running back core, but the Chiefs are still fast. So Chandler Jones is 32, and so his age is going to come into play when it comes to the next few seasons. What was his contract? Was it like 2 years or 3 years or 4 years? I can't really remember. Or was it 1 year with Chandler Jones? Chandler Jones's trade to, or either trade or pick up to Oakland or Las Vegas.
Chandler Jones was 3-year deal.
3-year deal.
3-year deal. $52.5 million.
34 guaranteed.
Jeez Louise.
So unless he retires, they're just like screwed almost.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, with all these moves that they're making, like they're all trying to chase the Chiefs. Like, the Broncos and the Raiders are still going to be the last two in the division.
100%.
Because Derek Carr, even though he throws for a lot of yards, he throws like 15, 20 interceptions a year.
Mm-hmm. And with the Chargers and Chiefs, to me, since the Chargers are good on paper, right? If the Chargers are good when they play, the Chiefs and Chargers, to me, are going to be interchangeable at 1 and 2. Because both of them they're the best team in the AFC. They're both the best team in the AFC West. We already know this. But the Broncos and Raiders are going to battle for 3.
I think the Chargers and the Chiefs are going to split for the next, until Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert aren't there anymore. They're just going to split every year.
Easily.
But then I don't see the Broncos beating the Chiefs just because, last year the only reason that they really did anything at all, and you can't really blame their quarterback at that point, they just ran it down our throat and we were just struggling because Javonte Williams was
Well, like,
absolutely
I could
destroying
see-
people.
I could see the Broncos like beating them in like a regular, just like week 12 regular season game, just a random game. But like they're not gonna win at all in the playoffs. Like if they face each other in the playoffs, or if they face each other in like a division clinching game or anything like that, they're just not. I don't think they're gonna do it. The Chiefs are just a much better team.
They are. They're much better. They're much better team all around. But yeah, so
With all the, I get that, and I get why everyone's like freaking out about all these deals, I guess. But like, Russell, like, he doesn't move as fast as he did.
no,
He
not at
really
all.
doesn't throw like he used to. He's had DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett forever. Like, his offensive line isn't much better. I don't exactly know what they're thinking. Like, DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett are much more proven than Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton, and Tim Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't really do anything at receiver. Like, Jerry Jeudy's a stud, but, like, that's when he, like, gets the ball in his hands. Like, I don't understand what Russell's going to do to change this. And, I mean, their defense is good, but it's not great. I mean, it's like...
The Chargers have the best defense in the AFC West by far. By far.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
But
But the Broncos defense is always solid. Like they're a team that no matter what they lose, they're always a solid defense.
But, like, think about it. They have Chubb and what?
The Broncos?
They have Chubb and the safety, the free safety. I don't know. I forget his name, but that's, like, it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I guess they have
Justin Simmons,
Surtain.
Justin Simmons.
Yeah, they have Surtain. Like,
Patrick Surtain, Justin Simmons, and Bradley Chubb. Because Von Miller went to the Bills, 6-year deal.
Like, other than that,
but
you
then,
don't
like, with all these moves, they're obviously, like we've been saying the whole time, they're chasing the Chiefs. But the Chiefs are still, like, not making moves. Like, the Rams are like, F them picks. Well,
yeah, dude,
Brett
the
Veach does not believe in if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Because he's fixing it.
Listen.
The Rams just trade away all
In
the picks.
in Veach we trust.
Dude, I mean,
See, the Rams are the one team that I can say that they literally bought their team for a 1-year Super Bowl.
Hey, it worked though.
No, I'm not hating on it. They worked. Matthew Stafford, he was at 12 or 10 seasons in Detroit. Which one was it? Was it 12 or 10? I know it was 12 or 10 seasons in
he was
Detroit.
drafted in, like, 2009, so I think it's
Yeah.
12.
Okay, so 12. Let's say 12 seasons in Detroit. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And 1 season in Los Angeles, Super Bowl win. It was the Lions organization that just would not be able to get Matthew Stafford a Super Bowl. That's what it
You
was.
gotta be an elite quarterback to win after 1 year with a new organization. I'll tell you.
Tom Brady. Is that where you're going at? Is that where you're going at?
But the thing is, where I was going with that is, like, he just knows that if you have an issue with your team, like, you got to fix it. Like, we've signed 2 receivers in the offseason. We've signed 2 high-quality defensive backs in Justin Reed and who is it? Dion, or what's his name? Oh, he like
Deion Bush.
yeah,
Deion
Deion
Bush.
Bush, which he got signed right in the middle of the Tyreek Hill stuff. So
The funniest tweet ever. What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? And all right, I'll hit y'all back later. And then he posted I think it was March 29th, which was like what 2 days ago or yesterday. He said, "What's up, Chiefs Kingdom?" And it was like a little GIF of like some guy peeking over that way. He just like trying to come in subtle instead of like wrong timing again. It's
He
kind of
didn't want
funny.
to get destroyed, but
No.
I mean, like, that's 2 quality pickups. We got Rojo that could fix our running back position.
And like Ronald Jones said in an interview, he said that he knows he'll get the ball because in Andy Reid's offense, everyone eats. Is exactly what his words said. So that's why I don't like Andy. Like that's why I'm not worried about losing Tyreek Hill because Andy Reid is not a dumb coach. He is not a dumb
the
coach.
Chiefs have them tied for the most.
I'm not
picks,
saying
too.
that the Tyreek Hill thing. A lot of Chiefs fans are acting like it didn't hurt him at all. It obviously hurt a little. Like
Well, yeah,
that's elite speed. That's elite talent. You're never gonna get back. But I understand where you're coming from with some of the he did want a lot of money. It wasn't worth what you guys. I mean, you got a lot of money locked up in Patrick Mahomes, so you can't be dishing out all that money to Tyreek Hill. But it did hurt. You can't act like losing him is just okay. Like
I'm pretty sure that Tyreek Hill was guaranteed $75 million over 3 years. So he was $25 million a year. Like, no matter what, that was his hit. And the 3rd year he's with them, his cap hit is $50.3 million.
That's a lot of money.
no, I
That is more than, like, it's just he's not worth that. Like, I don't care. And Colin Cowherd, the one thing he's ever said that's not that stupid, he talked about it was Nick Wright. He's been consistent with this like the Devontae Adams trade, he believes the Packers won. The Amari Cooper trade way back, the Raiders, he believes won that. Like all these trades for these like number one receivers and stuff, or like the superstar goes to a different team. The only one that's actually like gone well for the team that gets the player is the Rams when they traded for Jalen Ramsey.
Yes.
Like Stefan Diggs, you don't really count that one because they got Justin Jefferson out of that trade.
Yeah.
So like, it was kind of like a mutual gain, but like, I really don't see this happening very much. And most of the time, it goes to the team that gets all the picks or all like the team trading the player.
Yeah.
All right, and then the last couple minutes of our podcast, we're going to go over some current free agents and where we think they should go. Who wants to start?
Let's go to Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown should not be going anywhere. He is a cancer to every football team known to man in this world.
Antonio Brown would go to
totally
the
agree.
Jets because the Jets are desperate.
I totally
Yeah.
agree. He's the most toxic player that's ever entered an NFL locker room.
Can we get down to Rob Gronkowski? That is my boy.
Rob
If you hate Rob
Gronkowski.
Gronkowski, I hate you because
I can't hate
I don't know
him.
how you can hate Rob.
I can hate Tom
Gronkowski.
Brady, but I can't hate
I
Gronkowski.
don't see how you can hate
he's
Tom
like the
Brady.
funniest dude. Like if you want to go party with a guy, Rob
That's him.
That's the guy to party with.
A guy I want to talk about is Stefan Gilmore.
Oh,
Stefan
as
Gilmore.
we just skip past
Yeah, as
Rob
we just skip
Gronkowski.
past-
No,
No, we're not
let
skipping
me
Rob.
go to Stefan Gilmore. If he does not go to the Chiefs, I'll be very upset. That's all I gotta say.
I don't think he's going to the Chiefs.
Yeah, he's definitely going.
They said they gave him a really reasonable offer, but I doubt he will.
Really
I
reasonable.
really want him to go back to New England, but I think that bridge is burned.
Yeah.
I think Belichick, by not signing him last offseason,
He's gonna
Stephon Gilmore
he's
took
gonna
that
go
and
get
said, "We can do
paid,
it
and then
without
he'll go and ride off into the sunset. But my boy Gronk,
Gronk.
he's going to play with Joe Shiesty.
That is not happening.
Where's he going then?
He's going right back to Tampa Bay to play with his boy Tom Brady.
Joe Shiesty. Well, oh yeah, Tom Brady unretired.
That's
You know Peyton Manning sent him like a gift, and Peyton's like, I
Yes.
want that back.
He sent him like a card and some wine, and he was like, I really would like that back. All
But-
right, Tyrann Mathieu, Chiefs fans, what are you
He's
guys
coming
saying?
home.
You know, his message when he said when your ego gets high, don't let it run wild. I still think he's not gonna come back to the Chiefs. I just think he's not gonna take a big like money thing just to play for a winning team. He's gonna go to a winning team. I know that he's gonna try to go to a winning team. He's not gonna go to no Jets for $500,000 million. You know, obviously it's not a thing. But,
Yeah, no, I know.
but
And
like, I
my
over-exaggerated.
boy Bobby Wagner.
Yeah, bye Wagner.
He is a guy that I would love to see on the Chiefs with our young linebacker core, but I just don't see that happening with the cap space. I think he'll go to I think he'll be like in Minnesota, or he might go to Chicago, but maybe Pittsburgh. Who knows?
I don't
Yeah.
know. I see him going somewhere like he's at the point in his career where I think after not being re-signed by Seattle, I feel like when you're that age and you're playing for a team that's that mediocre, you're playing there just to say, yeah, I played my whole career with Seattle and I can ride off into the sunset. And then they didn't re-sign him. I think now he goes to chase a ring. So I could see him going to Kansas City.
Yeah, I could see that too. I see him going
Best
to
running back core in the NFL.
I see him going to a team.
Running back, I meant linebacker, by the way.
I could see him going to a team that's gonna win. Like I don't see him going to, like same thing with who was it? Tyrann Mathieu. Same thing. I don't see him going to the Jets. I don't see him going to the Vikings.
I see Tyrann going back to the Chiefs. That's what I think.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think he's coming home, baby.
If I'll say this, if the Chiefs are somehow able to get Tyrann Mathieu and Bobby Wagner, I'd be happy with that. But I don't see them getting both. I barely see them getting either of them, to be honest with you.
Let's just franchise tag Orlando Brown for like the next 8 years, and then we can sign anyone we
I'm
want.
afraid that's not how that works.
I wish it was.
I do want to talk about two wide receivers, though, that are out there, Julio Jones and DK Metcalf. I would very much like Julio to go to New England.
My boy Julio started his career back with Saban.
Oh my God.
My guy Julio.
What's up with you and Saban, bro?
Me and Saban.
We go way back. Me and David are like this. No,
Me and Saban. I was showing John a quote
Fun-
before this.
Fun fact: Toby's never ever should actually talk to Saban. So
Me and John were talking about a Saban quote before this. He said, "We got red for home and white for away. We just care who's in them." Talking about the Oregon and all their uniforms. Julio's a guy you want in your uniform. He's a stud. And, I mean, Ryan Tannehill, he gets carried by Derrick Henry.
100%,
I mean,
100%.
Literally, The offense is let's run the ball with Derek until they start run committing,
And then we'll
and
throw
then
to
and then we're gonna
AJ
throw
Brown.
to AJ Brown.
Like the one ball he threw to AJ Brown.
Or Julio
The best
Jones.
ball he's
Oh
gonna-
no, he's hurt.
The best ball he threw to AJ Brown. He's never gonna throw that ball again ever. The one that's right in his left hip pocket. He's never gonna throw that again. There's no way. So
I mean, he's better than he was on the Dolphins.
he was.
But
But he's a
but
mediocre.
that's not saying
That's
much.
not
So
saying much.
He's a mediocre quarterback.
bring back Marcus Mariota.
Marcus
on the Falcons.
Mariota, I do not like that guy, but he deserves another shot. I don't know why I don't like him.
Drew Lock deserves a shot.
Drew Lock is gonna get his
Drew
shot in
Lock's gonna
Seattle,
get
and
his
I'm
shot.
excited for Drew Lock. I want him to do so
I've been
good.
saying that. I've been on the Drew Lock bandwagon.
Me too, man.
So if he starts doing good, I'm getting a Drew Lock uniform.
Me and Toby have
freaking
been
jersey.
pro Drew Lock for the last 3 years. I love seeing the Buzz Lightyear end zone dance. I want to see it some more this year.
Yeah, the Broncos just screwed him over. They cannot decide if they want to be a running team or a passing team, and then they went out and got all these receivers, but then they signed Gordon and then drafted a running back.
Yeah, like I don't know why you sign Melvin Gordon and then go and draft a running back like that.
And your running back that you
organization is-
drafted is way better than
Yeah,
Melvin
he's
Gordon.
much better than Melvin Gordon. So then you give him more time,
And then Melvin Gordon
gets
got
mad,
injured.
and then he gets injured. and then-
Javonte Williams, I think, averaged like 5 broken tackles a game, probably.
Yeah, dude, he went
Easily.
insane.
Probably even more than that. Like, every time someone tackled him, nope, couldn't. The dude's big. He's big. That's probably the best weapon for them, other than Russell Wilson, obviously, but he's a
Russell
quarterback.
Wilson is not as mobile as he used
That's
to
what I'm
be.
saying. You got Javonte Williams. He's going to hit downfield every time. That's
and
simple.
DK Metcalf, also another player I would love to see in a New England Patriots uniform. I see that one happening less. Julio seems like he probably fits New England's scheme better. I see DK Metcalf staying with Seattle because I saw a quote from him the other day saying how it was time for him to step up and be a leader, and I don't think he wants to just abandon Seattle quite yet.
I don't know, because I feel like if he went to the Chiefs, like, he would definitely win and he would definitely have a big role, but like I just don't he'll want to get paid too much, and I feel like he's a little bit too like selfish or like self-centered to take a pay cut. He's like not a guy who wants to go and be a part of a like winning culture. He'd rather just get paid in a losing culture and then complain about everyone else.
This might sound like a terrible take, but he was very good one year. He was pretty good last year, but he's going to want a lot more money than I think he's worth.
No, yes, 100%.
Like he's not as good as Tyreek Hill. He's not as good as Devontae Adams.
It's like the Dak Prescott thing.
He's not as good as Stephon Diggs, I don't think. It's like Dak Prescott.
He's like a top 10 receiver, maybe.
I-
But
I think he's-
like bottom
I-
4.
I think he's just as good as I would put him on the same level as Chris Godwin.
Yeah, I
I
can see that.
In his
think-
draft class, he really doesn't stand out. Like, he's got Terry McLaurin, AJ Brown, and him. Like, AJ Brown sucked last year, but he was hurt a lot.
I think he's better than AJ
McLaurin-
Brown.
McLaurin's never had a good quarterback, and he's still putting up crazy numbers.
I think McLaurin and DK are like the same level. I think they're both better than AJ Brown. AJ Brown's good, but he's not great. I think they're both great, but they're not elite.
But with McLaurin, I think he's going to get more like better balls from Carson Wentz, because Carson Wentz, he's never played with an elite receiver.
Did you see the quote
Never.
that came out today
What?
Jim Irsay talking about Carson Wentz and how he was like a mistake or something. Maybe
Wait.
I got trolled.
Wait, who's the guy that was talking about?
The Colts owner? He was saying how Carson Wentz was like a mistake to their franchise, and I was
the
like,
Colts are
dang.
just so butthurt that Andrew Luck is just like
They are.
in his prime. Nah, I'm good.
Andrew Luck said, "All
He's
right,
like the Lions
I'm a
with Calvin
bounce."
Johnson. In his prime, he's just like,
That's because
I'll hang it up.
the Lions, like, they ruined his career. So it's like the same thing with Andre Reed, I think it is. The Texans ruined his career. Same thing with Deshaun Watson. Texans ruined his career. Deshaun Watson's going to the Browns, but probably not because of all his allegations.
Texans, like, they're just like a broken organization. There's the same thing with like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But like, if you're only getting to the wild card every year,
Thick neck Davis Mills is gonna carry him to the promised land."
but I don't know. I mean, yeah, this offseason has been definitely wild.
It's been crazy. Some trades we didn't expect to happen, like me, Tyreek Hill. I did not expect Devontae Adams to leave Aaron Rodgers, but
I didn't see that either.
but he went home to go with his family. I understand that. So, wild ride for the offseason. It's been crazy trades going on, crazy signings like Von Miller, 6 years to the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, Colts owner Jim Irsay calls Carson Wentz era a mistake.
That's some pretty tough words for a dude that almost got you to the playoffs.
And back to the Von Miller thing, he is 32 and he has a 6-year deal.
Dude,
What?
I
What is
thought that
that?
too when they
He's
signed him.
going to
I
be
was like-
done by
He's
I
going to
give him
retire
2
in
years.
2 years.
I give him 2
like,
years.
why would you
Other
do
than a
6
quarterback,
years?
like, who plays into their late 30s?
Right? Like, running backs definitely don't. Wide receivers.
I mean,
get
running
to
backs like what? Adrian Peterson and like Frank Gore. Frank Gore was
Like,
like
no.
Frank Gore was on the Jets when the
They
Jets
were both
like,
elite
"Eh."
until they hit 30, and then we were kind of just downhill since. That's how most running backs are. But
Quarterback. The only reason I say quarterbacks can stay the longest, Tom Brady.
well, yeah,
He's just-
quarterbacks also don't have to get hit as many times as running backs, wide receivers, tight ends. Like,
Like, the
all
thing-
those guys get laid out by middle linebackers and safeties.
The thing-
Whenever quarterbacks get tackled, they just kind of like fall. I mean,
Like the thing with Tom Brady is Tom Brady's not a mobile quarterback, but like
yeah, but when he gets tackled, they just like wrap him up by his
What do you
legs. and he
mean?
just
Tom Brady had the
stuff
most
it.
yards of his career in a
Oh my
season
gosh.
last year.
Yeah.
Bro, he went to Tampa and don't know how
Also
to act.
has 1,000+ rushing yards. I mean, kind of a big deal.
like with
I'm not
Lamar
gonna lie.
Jackson. Lamar Jackson's probably gonna be done by his like
He's got-
35,
I bet he's got
30,
more-
33.
I bet he's got more rushing yards than Lamar. Let's check.
Lamar Jackson.
Go ahead, check it up. Let's
Is-
see.
is
Let's see how many
Hollywood-
rushing yards.
Is Hollywood Brown like open 80 yards downfield, or can I just run for 10 yards?
Oh, run for 10 yards easily.
Yeah,
That's all it is. That's
Lamar
all it is.
Jackson.
He's getting tired of his legs. Is what it is. Let's see. Lamar Jackson. Okay. Well, I can't do quick math, so you know.
Oh no, yeah, never mind. I take that back. He's got 2,000. That's a lot more than I thought.
I
Tom
thought he
Brady
had. I
gets
thought he
like
had.
100 yards a year.
That's a man. That's a
Maybe.
lot.
No, he gets 100 yards a game.
but like-
101.
Yeah, but like playing for 2 years, you already got
Okay.
a crap ton of yards.
Oh, there's the man, Cam Newton.
Well,
Cam Newton ain't going anywhere. Nobody
Nope.
wants that bum
Nope.
quarterback.
Trevor
dude,
Lawrence.
he's like,
T-Law.
I want to go somewhere where I can win.
You don't have anywhere
like-
that signs you's not gonna win. Sorry.
He's like, I got offers, but I'm trying to pick the best place for my
I
talent.
had to deal
and
with
for
you in a 9-7 year, and that was the worst year I've ever seen football played in New England. And
He threw for like 1,300 yards.
dude, he threw like 9 touchdowns, 13 picks. Your quarterback should not be throwing more picks than touchdowns. I'm sorry, Cam Newton. Never gonna forgive you. Hated you before you went to New England. Hated you even more when you were at New England. I'm so happy you were gone. When they named Mac Jones a starter, I cried.
You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know why they always give the worst teams the best uniforms. I was thinking because I was like, Cam Newton go to the Falcons, but like,
Do they? I mean,
no, they have Mariota, but I'm saying like,
the Falcons' uniforms are okay. I mean, they're good.
I'm saying, but like the bad teams get new uniforms, the good teams don't.
the uniforms that
Calvin Ridley, my boy.
are
Free my boy. He ain't do
free
nothing.
my boy. He was betting for his team. He wasn't betting against them. It'd be different if he was betting against them and selling, but he was betting on them to win.
The worst thing is
That's loyalty.
people do criminal crimes, right? And they barely get they.
Most crimes are criminal. Yes,
Well,
you're right.
okay, well, I'm saying like you could slap a woman and you get suspended 5 games. He got suspended for freaking the whole season.
I would hope if you beat a woman, you get suspended more than 5 games, but
No, but-
that's besides the point.
Well,
But,
yeah.
No, but
It's
there's,
'cause it-
there's been tons of NFL players that are arrested for possession
Yeah, no,
of
I know
a
what you mean.
firearm, controlled substance, whatever. And then
Like a year for that is ridiculous. Like I understand sports betting in most parts of the U.S. is illegal, but like I don't understand that. Like it'd be different if you found out he was betting against the Falcons and then was like throwing his stats or
Pete
like,
Rose should be in the Hall of Fame.
false. Sorry, but
Pete Rose Hall of Fame. But yep, I mean it's been crazy. This
All
has been.
season's been crazy, man. I
And
didn't
it's-
expect.
and it's not over too.
It's not.
Draft
No.
coming up. You guys are gonna get a spectacular, probably mock draft coming soon before the draft. I would imagine.
So until next time.
Also, just be watching out for an MLB podcast here soon.
That too.
We'll do an MLB podcast.
Until next time.
I'm just gonna tell you this right now. Lindor, gonna be nuts this year.
Honestly, until hold on. Until next time,
This has been BBC News.
Baller Broadcasting.